Over the last 3 months, the S&P 500 has gone basically nowhere, but silver is up more than 125% in that same stretch. And that's not random. Silver is the most conductive metal on the planet, which makes it critical for things that are exploding in demand right now. Everything from solar panels and electric vehicles to data centers and AI infrastructure. At the same time, we're seeing rising global uncertainty, and historically, when that happens, capital tends to rotate into hard assets like silver. That combination has pushed silver prices sharply higher. And here's the key thing most investors miss. When metals move, miners move even more. About 6 months ago, I highlighted 2 miners I believed could perform well even in volatile conditions. Since then, EXK, a silver miner, is up nearly 200%, and NGD, a gold miner, is up over 160%, with even larger gains for those who are in the free alert group and caught the NGD alert back in July. So the real question now is this. Is the opportunity already gone, or is there still a setup forming? That's exactly what we're breaking down in this video, but remember, this video is for educational purposes only, it's not financial advice. Always do your own research and understand the risks before investing. With that being said, let's dive in. Starting off with First Majestic Silver, ticker symbol AG. It's currently trading around $25, and due to the massive demand in silver we are likely to see and growing global uncertainty, I believe this stock could still deliver substantial gains. But here's where most people go wrong, because just knowing the stock isn't enough. In fact, 2 investors can buy the exact same shares and one can walk away with massive gains, but the other could end up with losses, wondering what went wrong. So how do you put yourself on the winning side of that equation? For me, it comes down to a simple 4-step plan, a structure that keeps emotions in check and helps you avoid the mistakes that wipe out most traders. Step 1 is to identify a high potential stock, something with a strong narrative and real catalysts. Based on my research, AG fits that criteria, which means we can now move on to the next and often ignored step, defining an exit strategy. Because here's the painful truth, when a stock is up 50-60%, it feels like it's just getting started and it's going to go up forever. So people hold and hold until it smashes into resistance and wipes out weeks or months of gains. That's why step 2 is all about knowing your exit points before you even enter the trade. Ideally, you want to map out profit-taking zones around key resistance levels. A tool I like to use for this is the Fibonacci extension, which helps to identify where momentum often slows or reverses. This is what it looks like for AG, and the way it works is as the price starts climbing up, these levels of the Fibonacci are generally where we tend to see the price find resistance, meaning we usually see the price go up to one of these areas, pull back a little bit, go up to the next level, pull back, and so on. Knowing this, investors using this tool like to lock in some profits around these key areas, which enables them to secure some gains and also buy back at a discount if the price retraces. So based on this, what are some areas where we could see AG find resistance in the future and where you might want to consider taking some profits? The first price target is going to be around here, which is $31, and the level above this is going to be up here, which is $39. There are some targets above these as well, and I'll talk more about those in future update videos as the price approaches these 2 targets. So locking in some profits around these levels could be an exit strategy you might want to consider. However, to put yourself in the strongest position possible, your entry timing has to be dialed in as well. That brings us to step 3, planning smart entry points. Most investors enter randomly, then panic buy every tiny dip until they run out of capital long before the real bottom arrives. Instead of guessing, you ideally want your entries at key support levels, places where buyers historically step in. To map these out, I like to use the Fibonacci retracement tool, which helps to identify areas where the price has a higher probability of bouncing. Here's what that looks like, and the way it works is as the price starts retracing, these levels of the Fibonacci tend to act as support for the price before it bounces back up, and knowing this, investors using this tool like to either buy or dollar cost average down around these key areas, which enables them to have an average entry price as close to the bottom of the retracement as possible. So based on this, what are some areas where you might want to consider either getting into AG or potentially adding more to your position? The first entry point is going to be around $20.70. The level below this is going to be around here, which is $17.71. And the third entry point is going to be down here, which is $15.34. So initially getting in at the higher level and averaging down at the lower levels if the retracement continues down to these could be an entry strategy you might want to consider. Now if you're thinking, okay, these entry points and the price targets make sense, but I don't have the time to constantly keep an eye on the price to catch it when it hits one of these key levels, then don't worry, because I've got a free solution for you. I've got this free service that you can sign up for, and I'll send you alerts as soon as the price hits one of our entry points and also our price targets completely for free. This is what I was showing you earlier in the video, and the link to join it is going to be in the description below. But don't worry about signing up now. Feel free to continue watching this video and I'll remind you about this at the end. Now that we've covered the first 3 steps, it's time for the most important one, step 4, diversification. No matter how much conviction you have in a single stock, the market can still surprise you and not always in your favor. Spreading your risk is what keeps your portfolio growing, even when one idea underperforms, and that's exactly why I don't stop at just one pick. If you'd like to learn my full investing approach, I've left a link in the description below. But for now, moving on to the second stock on my list, which is Pan American Silver Corp, ticker symbol PAAS. It's currently trading around $64, and I believe this stock could have strong upside potential ahead as well. To get some price targets for it, we can use the Fibonacci extension tool again, which looks like this, and the first exit point is going to be around here, which is $66.58. And the level above this is going to be up here, which is $87.24. From where it currently is, if the price was to climb up to this target, we're looking at an upside of around 35%, which is not bad, but we can see even better returns if we can secure some cheaper entries. So let's now take a look at the Fibonacci retracement for this to get some entry points. Here's what that's looking like, and the first entry level is going to be around here, which is $48.75. The level below this is around $43.68. And the third entry point is going to be down here, which is $38.44. So Pan American Silver was the second stock on our list, and you've probably noticed that I'm using technical analysis to break these down. Some people trade based on the news, others focus on earnings, and then there are those like myself who stick to charts and indicators. There are lots of different ways to invest, but if you're wondering which strategy performs the best, the one that's given me the biggest edge is investing alongside key US politicians. Over the past few years, this approach has consistently outperformed everything else I've come across. When certain politicians make moves in the market, it often signals something bigger, and being able to track that has made a huge difference in my results. If you're curious about how it works, I put together this free video that walks you through the exact strategy I use, including real trade examples and the returns it's delivered over the last 3 years. The link to this video is in the description below. Feel free to check it out if you want to see how powerful this strategy can be. Coming back to the third stock on our list, which is Endeavor Silver Corporation, ticker symbol EXK. It's currently trading around $14, and based on my research, it could also have impressive upside potential. To figure out how much potential, we can use the extension tool again. Here's what that's looking like. The price is currently around a Fibonacci area, so we could be seeing some resistance around here in the upcoming days. But above where it currently is, here are some price targets you might want to consider taking profits at. The first level is going to be around here, which is $18.32. And the level above this is going to be up here, which is $25.58. If we see some resistance around the current price, we could be getting some entry setups. This is what the Fibonacci retracement is looking like for EXK. And the first entry point you might want to consider is going to be around here, which is $9.97. The level below this is going to be around here, which is $8.65. And the third entry point is going to be down here, which is $7.35. I will be making update videos on these 3 companies as the price approaches our key levels. So if you'd like to stay up to date, consider subscribing to the channel. Also, if you found this video helpful, please consider dropping a like on the video, as that helps out the channel a lot. And if you'd like to learn how to profit like a politician, the link to this free video explaining everything is in the description below. So feel free to check it out if you're interested. As promised, here's a reminder to sign up for the free alerts. The link to join this is also going to be in the description below. If you have any thoughts on these companies or want to share some stocks that have been catching your attention recently, then feel free to leave those in the comment section below. It'd be good to learn about those. And if you'd like to watch another video where I talk about an AI stock that has crazy potential, then feel free to click on the video that's currently on your screen. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.